The Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holly, and Shannon Gross.
You are looking live at four of the most handsome gentlemen you will see on your screens today. It is 59 degrees outside. Can you believe this? 62 degrees is the high, 39 is the low.
He is Shannon, that is Nate. This is Kurt, one pump Daniels, because two pumps will get you a flag in the back. Not Chris Beam, and we know why, because you haven't changed this sign up here, Josh, and we don't do a show with that name on the side. He didn't tell you to do that either, Josh? Come on.
Hey, just start hitting buttons.
Come on, man. I am the disgruntled salt and pepper poppy. Together.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. If you don't know, that's too damn bad. Together, we are. You ain't do nothing. No, it didn't.
You didn't.
No.
Together, we make Hanging with the Boys, the sports talk equivalent of Braille people, feel us when we speak. And disgruntled.
Wingstop is here. How we doing today?
Good.
Well, I guess since we can't even get the background swapped out,
Man.
phone calls are out the window.
Yeah, that's probably.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, that's funny, man.
There we go. Okay, Josh.
Okay.
There we go. Good job.
There we go. Yeah, man. Look at there.
You can leave the other ones up. That's fine.
Yeah.
It was just
yeah.
that.
Bullet Bob, hey,
There you go.
homeboy, Dion, homeboy.
Where is Chris today, Josh?
He took off.
Special assignment. You know what Chris do those special assignments?
Oh, something big's brewing. Yep.
It's something
We
brewing.
didn't get a heads up or
Yeah.
a group text or nothing. Okay. All right. Well, guess what?
What?
Sir.
Still the Dallas Cowboys.
Still got a chance.
Still got some hope.
Yeah.
Still got a chance.
It's the circus of that star. Like, what's the percentage at now after their loss last night?
10.
I think it was 7 going into last night.
I think it's 10 now.
Now it's up to 10, but you're saying there's a chance.
It's a small one, but there still is.
Because the Eagles do not look like they're functioning at a high level right now.
They don't, but their schedule favors them.
They have Las Vegas.
Vegas,
And the
Commanders,
twice.
Bills, Commanders.
Let's see. Lose at the Commanders, lose to the Bills.
Still need one more.
Golden.
We need one more.
But what do they
Oh, I
say?
thought they could lose.
What do they say?
Only
That's why you play the game, right? Any given Sunday.
we
or
need
Thursday or Saturday.
I think we need, because right now they're what? 8 and
8,
4?
8, 6,
They are 8 and 5.
8 and 5.
So we need 3. We need them.
Well, if we win out,
That'll be 4. They got to lose at least 2, and then if we tie, we've got the half game, right?
yeah.
Not above them.
I don't know how that'll play out.
It'll go to common opponents, I believe.
Yeah, they'd have to lose.
They have to lose 3. So they have to lose 3 out of the
And we got to win out.
Yeah.
But you know what? Guess what that does? Makes you tune in every week until we lose.
Damn, Jerry loves that.
Yes.
We love that too.
We're still in it. Yeah, we really love it.
We do love it.
Because we would have absolutely nothing to talk about.
Because no playoffs, Derek pulled the plug quick.
Oh, yeah.
Derek pulled out.
Season's over on Sunday. We have a show on Monday. We
it.
out on Tuesday.
Yeah, once a week.
We don't even get to say bye to each other.
No, Derek pulled that plug quick.
Yeah, go out of town. What do you want to talk about, Kurt? You got a whole bunch of bullet points. Why don't you run the show today?
I don't want to run the
You
show.
don't want to run the show?
Nobody want to work today. Chris don't want to work. Now you don't want to work. Shannon, what's going on?
I want to work.
And right before the show.
We wanted to wait on you.
Is special teams
There we
a
go.
turfing
Nate, right.
problem or a coverage blocking problem? Does he need to take fewer reps on offense? That is by way of Kurt Daniels.
Yeah.
One pump.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad you said it because I
got blasted.
I was told by Cavante on Twitter to.
He talked to you?
Yeah.
He reached out?
Yeah.
What'd he tell
I don't know
you?
if I reached out, but you know what? Never mind. I'll just say this, Kurt.
Was it in the public domain or did he DM you?
Nah, nobody DM. No, you can't DM me.
Okay. So what did he say? No, I want to know. It's in the public domain. You can say it.
Well, okay.
Look at me.
Let me, Kurt, go look it up, and you can.
Okay, well, since we can't get that one, Pickens went at Sherman in a post and has since deleted it. Is it okay for players to respond when they're getting criticized? I got to just take it.
You know what? I think that's a great conversation because I think we have maybe two different perspectives. Because, Nate, you came up at a time where there was absolutely no social media
and no response. We could not respond.
Like you had to kind of see the reporter face to face in the locker room if he or she.
Why couldn't you respond publicly? Was that a Jimmy thing or was that just...
it was a
where would you respond to?
It was a phoneless thing.
Because if you said something ugly to the reporter, he's just not going to publish it.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's it.
And I came into the league, there wasn't social media, but on my way out was when the rise of social media came. And
what year was that, Brother Jesse?
What, social media?
Yeah.
I mean, Twitter opened up in 2009.
Right.
Did you ever think, because I transitioned over from merchandising in 2010, and at that time, guys didn't want to have anything to do with it, the guys that were in the league. Mm-hmm. They didn't want to have anything to do with it. But then, your junior high and your college kids started using it, and as they were in college, when they came into the league, they were using it. They were talking. Did you ever think it would get to the point, because you were at the front end of all that.
Right.
Did you ever think it would get to the point where it is now? Or
No.
did you think the locker room would be still kind of, we're players, we don't put our business out there. It's not going to get, it's messy now.
Here's the thing that I've always said to people, and you will never really truly understand this. And this is not me trying to I was in the locker room, but you really won't truly understand this unless you were in the locker room. Some of these big, strong, athletic, ginormous, Greek god-looking human beings that you guys cheer for each and every Sunday, a lot of these dudes are sensitive. Oh, a lot of these dudes have small, fragile egos, and you would be shocked. You would be shocked at the people that you see on Sunday who in the locker room behind some of those closed doors are some of the most weak-minded and fragile human beings ever.
But they can still rip your head off. But they just have feelings.
You know what? And even that's different. Even that's different because a lot of dudes who play football, which is a very physical and violent game, there's a lot of dudes who are soft. I'm telling you, there's a lot of dudes who have all the muscles packed on top of each other and are soft. Are S-O-F capital T.
What percentage?
Soft.
What percentage would you say in the locker room is like that?
Oh.
Because you need all
35%.
You need all
40%.
right. Because me and Nick have always had this ongoing conversation, and I think we've talked about it on the show. You got your alphas, right? You can't have a locker room full of alphas. It just doesn't work. So you have your alpha set, and then you have the good guys, and then you have the a-holes. And then when an a-hole leaves, you get a new a-hole.
Alpha are different from Nate's era of alphas. I think Nate's era of alphas would bite the head off the shoulders of this era alphas. Not all of them, but the alpha man is different now. It is different. Mm-hmm. Like, because I was raised by the alphas that Nate played with. Mm-hmm. Like those were the people that helped raise me. So I kind of got a little bit of that. And then my career ended with more of today level alphas. And they're not the same. They're not the same. They aren't the same. They aren't the same in approach. They aren't the same in mentality. They aren't the same in strength, mental and physical fortitude. They just aren't the same. And this is not everybody. I'm saying the large majority. It's different. And that's why you see guys, as the young kids say now, crash out more so. And this is because this has given a lot of these guys, because they like to say a lot of times, oh, the fans wouldn't say that if they were da-da-da. A lot of them wouldn't say it either. A lot of them wouldn't say it either. But this has given them a space. Now, I think George might be one of them that might say it. I think George might be one of them that'll crash out in real life. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple dudes down there that I feel like he gonna crash out in real life. There's a couple dudes down there that I know for a fact. They'll talk a good game on this. They will talk. You will think you think it's John Jones behind this. But if they had to, by themselves, quiet as a church mouse peeing on cotton. I'm just telling you. Nate, if you got anything you want to add.
Nah, you covered up. I don't expect it. That's why I do not approach a lot of players, because my conversation is too simple. Like I was trying to tell these two gentlemen about pass sets yesterday, and just casual. The way some of these guys just so casual with the way they do things, and then when they mess up, they walk back to the bench, and the camera be on them, and it's like nothing never happened.
Right.
You just got your quarterback blindside, head almost taken off, and you sitting over there like, oh well, okay, we move on to the next series. And I just be like, wow. At least frown up a little bit like it hurts you a little bit. Like it hurts you. I mean, I've given him some sacks, but I couldn't even look Troy in the face. I'm like, oh, my. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't even look him in the face. Couldn't wait to get back out there again and show that this is not who I am. Wow, but you know what? It is accepted, and it's accepted around the league. I mean, hey, I did my best.
Around the world.
Yeah, I gave up 4 sacks. I did my best. I mean, come on, man.
And I think this is just the era that we're in.
Yes.
We have to accept it. What I like because here's what I know for to be a fact. Jokers go out their way to search your name on these social media platforms. Like, go out your way. To they do it at halftime. Yeah. I mean, we all remember not too long ago, we all remember these nuts situation. How'd that happen? You go and look at high school, look at college, look at pros. These cats are coming in at halftime.
Searching it out
In the middle of a game. The game is over. The sweat hadn't even stopped. The sweat beads haven't even stopped trickling down your face. You run back to the locker room and you check in to see what folks said about you. That mentality, I struggle to understand.
But didn't you always have that, though? Didn't you have guys that, like, when the game's over, they're checked out? They're not thinking about the game. You just didn't have access to put your thoughts out after the game. Like, didn't you guys play with guys that, like, they played and when they were done, they were thinking about, I'm going to the club, or like the game was over. They didn't sit in their locker, and some guys sit in it. Some guys just, now you have that to where you've always had those guys that mentality. You just didn't have the access to put it out there, right? Or has this changed the mentality of the pro athlete?
That's where your leadership has to be dominant, and it can't just be a coach. That's where your leadership got to be the right people. You have to draft and sign the right people. And I'm this guy. We all can agree on. We ain't gonna have to debate. If everybody had Overshown's or Dak's mentality, I'm talking about the love of the game, boy, you would have a team full of just. I mean, you would have a team full of it, but everybody don't have that love for the game. And I ain't saying, I don't hold it against a guy when they come to the sideline smiling. It don't look good, but I don't hold it against them because you don't know what's in their mind and what's going on in their head. But when you hear Overshown talk, you know there's some love there. When you hear Dak talk, you know there's some caring and love there, and you see it, but with a lot of guys, it's so carefree, man. And I used to be one of them guys that would, when I first got to the Cowboys, I was just so excited about being a Cowboy. This is my team. I grew up, but I did not understand what it took to be a professional. And then I started watching professionals. I'm like, well, I'm way out of line. You know, and it took me a few years, but I got there. And it's what I'm hoping, that this new leadership will teach guys how to be professional. This is your job. This is how you have anything that you want, monetarily wise. This is how you get it. And so you just pray that guys can see it, man. I mean,
That's something that surprises me. They don't see it because I recognize that they want to get back at the haters, and call them out or whatever. But they are the ones that always come out looking bad in the end.
Yeah, because
always
it's
the player.
one of you
Yeah.
and hundreds of thousands of other people.
So I would think that would keep them from.
See, there's Chris Bean. He don't love the game.
He don't love.
He don't love the game.
No.
Yeah, Chris Bean don't love the game.
Ain't about that life.
Chris Bean ain't about him. He don't love the game. You know what I'm saying? He don't.
But-
Chris Bean don't love the game.
but Jesse is so right. I mean, I'm sitting here saying, I wish I could say, nah, Jesse, nah. But it's just too bad when you can't say, this guy. Like when you said 30, 40%, I'm like, wow, he right. These guys, you have to care. I don't care what, like Jimmy used to tell her, I don't care what that care is that drives you to be the best. I don't care what it is. You're doing it for your mama. You're doing it for your girlfriend. You're doing it for all your family members. But whatever that drive is, turn it on right now. Whatever that drive is, you love the money, turn it on and keep it on because that's what we need to win. Whatever that drive is, I don't care what it is legally, as long as that drive, you know what I'm saying? Keep doing it. But
see, I love Dak's approach when it comes to like social media stuff. Like, think about he's probably, he might be the most criticized dude in all of sports. Maybe he, LeBron.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know if there's more in any sport. I don't know if there's a dude more criticized. Maybe LeBron.
Nico.
he ain't in them.
Only a certain section of people hate Nico.
Yeah.
That's regional.
Yeah.
That's a regional thing. You know what I'm saying? But because I believe you right now, people in New York, they don't give a damn about Nico. People in Florida don't care about Nico.
I think we got enough.
Yeah.
LA loves them.
Hey, welcome to the show. Hey.
What's up, guys?
Chris Bean is here.
That's funny.
Where you been?
Derek took our department to lunch.
Oh, very nice.
Okay. You didn't tell Josh, man.
No, Josh has already been to lunch with Derek.
Oh, okay.
We went to a small Mexican place down the road here that we've been to. They're not a sponsor. But I think Josh got to go to the Cowboys club when he got to go to lunch.
Oh, he big timed you.
Yeah.
Well, do us a favor.
Fasika did too.
You
What's up?
you got Jesse all thrown off at the beginning of the show.
Okay.
Show Josh how to change the backdrops out next time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the ones behind you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're good now.
We're good now. He
We're good now.
left that other show up there.
Yeah. He had to hit some buttons. And did
that,
y'all?
that one right there?
Did you see when? Did you see whenever you were talking? Josh was
Mess with the cameras.
all the camera angles.
You
welcome
figured it out.
Welcome to the show, Chris.
Yeah. Appreciate you guys having
Hey,
me
you know
back.
what? Let's take a quick break.
Yeah.
And we'll continue the conversation that we were having, and we'll tell you what it was when we come back.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
At Batteries Plus, we don't just sell batteries, we recycle them too. So don't toss your old ones. They're packed with critical materials we can reuse. Come in and recycle old lithium batteries found in your power tools, power banks, wearables, and small electronics. You'll score a chance to win Cowboys tickets, a VIP experience, and more. Join America's team and recycle with Batteries Plus, the official battery recycling partner of the Dallas Cowboys. Batteries Plus, the experts in charge.
Cowboys fans, SeatGeek is the only primary ticketing partner of America's team and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game, so you can be part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Cowboys games or to any other live event in DFW, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. SeatGeek.
How about them Cowboys? And how about those Hillshire Farm Little Smokies cocktail links? We're big fans of both. After you enjoy the game, keep the celebration going with our savory, delicious Little Smokies cocktail links. Whether it's bringing incredible flavor to your family gatherings or surprising friends with mid-game fuel, Little Smokies cocktail links are sure to be a crowd pleaser. Get yours today at your local grocery store and enjoy them your way. Hillshire Farm is proud to be the official protein of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hillshire Farm is calling.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Since we didn't do it in the first segment, you're looking live at Tostitos Championship Plaza outside Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, Texas. Welcome to the second segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every show by blockchain.com.
Blockchain!
Thank you, blockchain.com. All right, we were talking about players and social media and softness and all kinds of things. I have a question that's related to that. How many, you make it to this level, you're obviously the elite of the elite talent. Even if you're a practice squad guy, you're the best of the best, right? There's only, 300 and something of, how many of these jobs, 1,500 of these jobs in the world?
Yeah.
How many guys do you think have elite talent, could be a starter in this league? Because there's, and I don't know about the other sports, but I've been around football, and I would think that football is probably one of the most scheduled and strictly structured sports there are. Because you come in the building at this time, you go from here. A lot of hand-holding, right? But there's still a lot of stuff outside of football that you have to manage, right? Family, friends, study time, what you're doing in your private time, your diet, there's still other things. How many guys do you think have talent that could have had a long career in the league that all the other, and I'm not talking about I'm not talking about getting in legal trouble or anything like that, but I'm just talking about if they just would have been disciplined and they would have lived football like Overshown and Dak, like it's a lifestyle. Like you have to commit to that lifestyle. You have to commit to every part of it. And like I think where Overshown and Dak stand out in that commitment is they're committed to being good teammates, and they're committed to knowing what to say and when to say it and how to, some guys get it all, but they don't get that part and they become a distraction, things like that. How many guys do you think have elite talent that could have been a top player in the league that all the other stuff just sidetracked them?
Man, it's got to be at least 2 or 3 on every team.
That could have been
that. There's got to be at least 2, and I'm maybe even shorting it. Like I maybe even not even giving it enough justice.
Because that's part of it, right? That's part of becoming a pro athlete at a high level is managing
honestly,
that other stuff.
That might be the biggest part of it. To be 100% honest, because the talent will take care of itself. You got here because that talent is there. And what keeps the talent there and grows the talent is you becoming disciplined enough to handle all the other ancillary stuff, all that other stuff that happens to feed that beast. A lot of guys will just rely on that talent because it's gotten them this far. And so they've never had to really tap into that other part. Mm-hmm. And, this is where locker room veteran leadership is key. Not only for your team, but just for the brotherhood, the passing along the baton to the next person of helping you understand what all that stuff is. Because the worst thing that can happen is you take a kid that's immensely talented and then you put him in a room with a bunch of slappies. And you're like, man, this kid is never going to learn the parts that we really need him to learn and take that to the next level because what we have around him doesn't afford him that ability to do so.
Right.
You know, and you can take the opposite way where you start seeing like a lineage of a position group that just grows and grows and grows over time. It's because those that came before him, they set the standard and about how they went about their business, about how to do it, what it looks like, and it's a day in, day out.
This is what we do as a group on this night. We're going to bowling on Saturday.
But not even that part of it, but just like, yo, hey, you might need, you need to get this part. You need to get the workout part of this. You need to get all those other things to get those things in line. It just helps out, you know, and football might be, out of all the major sports, football might be the one with the least amount of those vets that are still left around. Like basketball, they'll man, the 14, 15 dude on the basketball team and the NBA team, he might just be that wily old vet, that's someone who can. I saw the other day, and this is to my point, I saw the other day, the Mavs were playing the Heat, and a Heat bench player was up and like blatantly disrespecting Klay Thompson. Now, I feel what Klay Thompson has ever he's down in his career. But Klay Thompson is one of the greatest shooters this league has ever seen. Paired up with Steph Curry, they were the greatest shooting duo in NBA history. 3-4-time champion, like will be a future Hall of Famer. And here's this guy who's barely making the roster on the Miami Heat team, like calling them a bum B, like a bum female dog. After the game was over, Caron Butler, who was a longtime player in this league, who's now an assistant on the Miami Heat, but he's like that vet dude. They call him Tough Juice. Like, Caron Butler grabs the young player and walks him to go apologize to Klay Thompson.
Oh, really? Wow.
He grabbed the young player, walked him, grabbed Klay, and Klay didn't want to do it at first. And he saw who it was. He saw it was Caron, and he gave Caron that respect, and he stopped and he listened. And Caron made the young player apologize to him. Because he's like, dog, you don't disrespect this guy. This guy has been a staple in this league for 10 plus years. He's won championships. And guess what? One day, you might want to call him and say, can you show me how you work? Can you show me how to shoot better? What are some of the things that he was like, yo, you don't burn that bridge because you want to be one of these young street punks to just say, but it's players like that and people like that in organizations that allow you to grow in certain areas. And I think the NFL is one of those leagues now where you don't see a lot of that nowadays. You don't see a lot of the dudes in the locker room who will grab, because I've said this time before, and this is one of my, like, when I was criticizing Micah, and this is all before he got traded, and this is you gotta remember, like a year or two ago, they were coming, y'all were. All of you who was like, yeah, I'm glad Micah's gone. All of you were coming from my dome about a year or two ago when I criticized Micah as being a leader of this defense. And I was like, man, this is the guy that has to be able, when things were going wrong, this was the guy that has to go, hey, defense, we're not going anywhere. When practice is over, when meetings are over, we're going to come meet as a unit together. See, it's different when I say it. They're like, man, get out of here. But when your leader says it, now everyone falls in line. And the league has less of those.
Did you have them when you were here when you were playing?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I told you guys all the time, my vet was Patrick Creighton. And I've told the story before when I was trying to learn this offense and I was trying to figure this stuff out, and I had the little cheat sheet tucked away in my practice pants, and he caught me, and he snatched it out, and he ripped it up, and he told me, he said, "You know this stuff." I said, "You know this," but even before that, he told me, he said, "Learn everything." He said, "I know Coach told you to be Z. Learn X, learn Y, learn H, because what's going to happen is." Practices are going to run long. Guys are going to get hurt. Somebody's going to run 2 go routes back to back. And coach is going to turn around and go, I need an X. Now, you know coach already told you just learn Z. But imagine when he turns around and says, hey, I need an X. And you go, I got it. And he looks at you and he goes, but I told you to learn Z. And I go, I know, but I got X too. And then you go out there and you perform it. He doesn't forget that. But if he turns around and he go, I need an X, and you looking at him and you turn around and you looking for an X too, because you didn't take the initiative.
Right.
But that keeps you on a roster another year, another 2 years. That coach leaves and goes somewhere else and he goes, go get me that guy. This is why you see guys stick around in the league and you're like, Matthew Slater from the Patriots spent 15 years in this league. Not because I think Matthew Slater finished his career 15 years he might have had under 75 total receptions. He did 15 years in the league, went to the Pro Bowl a bunch of times for a special team. C.J. Goodwin.
I didn't even know he played offense.
C.J. Goodwin here. People are like, well, why can't C.J. Goodwin kept? Nah, this is why. This is why. And and that was one of the things that you go and you ask a guy like Philip Tanner. You go and you ask a guy like Dwayne Harris. You go and you ask go ask Danny McCray. When those guys came to the team, especially when it came to special teams, I felt like I was the old vet. So I was pouring game into these dudes like, yo, come on, let's go watch film. Hey, let me show you how to do this in practice. And those guys will tell you to this day, they'd be like, Barry told the other day on the show, he was like, man, we hated going up against Jesse because we knew what we had to bring every single day. You knew it wasn't going to be a cakewalk, a walkthrough. It was going to be 100 miles an hour every single day. And so that part of the veteran, that's dying in the national.
Why do you think in the NFL that's going away?
Because you don't have natural leaders coming along. You have more selfish, sensitive dudes who are all about
generational?
Me. That's generational. That's how they're being brought up. No one's being brought up to just
goes back to kind of the phones, right? There's less interaction, less learning.
That's less hands-on experience. Most of us, I'll speak for me, we were latchkey kids. You had to figure it out. Your parents was off working a double. Hey, you 7, 8 years old, you got a key. You know how to get home. You know how to figure it out.
You missed the bus. Oh, well, walk.
Right? For me, I was 8 years old taking care of a 7-year-old little brother. Talk about responsibility. So that level of and now these kids and parents, and I'm not talking about anyone's parent, but they want to be friendly. We want to be buddy, 6, 7. Y'all want to be that. And so the leadership is taking such a major hit because no one's building and growing leaders anymore. Now kids in college, the NIL is showing up and everybody now, the
mothers and fathers are actually quitting jobs and going to schools with their kids.
With the kids. The kids
driving the kids to practice and picking them up.
So there's a lot.
They're supporting
the kids are now supporting the parents. They're now, So a lot of that just, I'm not trying to get on a soapbox or anything like that and how that relates to football, but you're talking about the athletes, the athletic genetics will always be there. But the type of kids that we are like Dak Prescott is a rare breed.
Mm-hmm.
It's a rare breed. He's like one of the last of the Mohicans. You know what I'm saying? That had came up in a generation now where the leadership for him is just superb. And you don't get that a lot of times. Look at the quarterback last night that threw 4 interceptions he ain't Dak. He don't lead like Dak. You don't see him, to Nate's point, he goes to the sideline, he like this.
They almost caught him sleeping. After the second interception,
you know what I mean?
I almost caught him sleeping.
You don't have a bunch of leader of men. We put a lot of that onus on the coach, and rightfully so, right? The coaches that is supposed to be that, but just leader of men and men in the locker room that people actually want to follow. You don't see that a lot of times in the league now. You see a bunch of individuals who want to do it their way, who don't want to collaborate, who when things aren't going right, they cry, they subtweet, they sub Instagram, they doing all those subliminals. And I know we got to go to a break, but this, it still never blows my mind. Imagine being in a building every day. Let's use this for example. Imagine me having a problem with Nate. Me coming to work and seeing him every single day and having a problem with that man. working with this man for hours, only to go subtweet about him later on. Instead of me going, hey, dog, can I talk to you for a second? Nothing. It ain't got to be, aggressive, physical. Let's talk. Clearly, there's something going on. Let's talk. You, me, by ourselves. You look me in my eye, I look you in your eye. Let's talk. Right. They subtweet. They'll talk through the other media and be like, nah, And I'm like,
do you think there's guys in that locker room that don't talk to each other all year long?
100%.
Do you think there's guys in the same position room that don't speak to each other?
In the sense of, if I have to talk to you like in casual conversation, but real conversations, 1,000%.
Just like, hey, what's up? And that's it. Or have a problem with a guy in their position room
1,000%
that don't want to approach
1,000%.
Really?
A lot of them can't even speak. A lot of them can't communicate to the other person that I actually wouldn't know how to look at that man and go, let's have a conversation. Because all they know how to do is this.
Because I thought the locker room was the one place where if you had a problem with another man, you walked up and you said, hey, let's figure this out.
It used to be.
Right.
It used to be.
When did that change? With the phone?
When that social media thing started happening.
But even back then.
Let's go to a break, and we'll let Jesse
finish out the show. All right. Right back on Hanging with the Boys.
He said he's not into that, but he will not.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
Crown Royal and the Dallas Cowboys are bringing back the Royal Rig for Season 2. See it in action at AT&T Stadium on Thanksgiving Day, where the Dallas Cowboys take on the Kansas City Chiefs, and around Dallas on November 26th and November 28th. Visit crownroyal.com to see where else the Royal Rig is stopping this NFL season. That's crownroyal.com. Please drink responsibly.
Cowboys fans, SeatGeek is the only primary ticketing partner of America's team and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game, so you can be part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Cowboys games or to any other live event in DFW, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. SeatGeek.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to Hanging with the Boys. The final segment brought to you each and every show by 7-Eleven. Always open, and we will talk to you tomorrow about who's going to always be open on Sunday. But right now, we are talking about players, locker rooms, things like that. Nate, you've referenced several times on this show. Charles was the one that taught you how to work out, be accountable.
Yes.
He was your
accountability partner, as they call it today.
Yeah. He was on the kind of the workout side and the being in the facility. Were there other guys that helped you be accountable for studying film or whatever?
Eric Williams. Josh is trying to get us all together. That whether it's in the works, to try to do the original wall, us.
That would be awesome.
And I was telling Josh the guys that he needed. Eric Williams changed who we were. We were a Marley-like group. We were mall people. But when Eric came, Eric Williams, it was unacceptable not to dominate. That was unacceptable. If I lined up, John Randall was an 8-time better defensive player than I was offensive player. But it went from trying to get through the game to by the end of the game, I'm going to break this dude. The mindset changed. And I ain't ashamed to tell you, he was 5 years behind me.
I was going to say, you've already been in the league.
Yeah, I've been in the league 2 or 3 years. But Big E brought a whole different flavor to the game, bro.
And how would he do it? Would he talk to you guys during the game?
Let me
give me an example.
Give me 3 minutes.
We got more than that.
We drafted Big E, 3rd or 4th round. John Wooten told me about, he says, kid coming out of Philadelphia, Nate, he ain't nothing but, like we talk, he ain't nothing but a dog. But he said it in other words. And I said, okay, so we drafted him. His rookie year, he used to sit right next to me. And one day he looked over at me, he said, boy, next year, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna show you MFs. Okay, all right. I'm the right tackle. I'm like, you just gonna get my job. So we was in training camp.
He was telling you in meetings that he's going to take your job?
No, he was just telling me he was going to be starting. Uh-huh. And so Jimmy came into practice one day. Hey, how you walk through that? Hey, fellas, how are y'all doing? Hey, we doing good, coach, Big E was sitting right here. I'm sitting right. Hey, I'm Big E and you me. Big E is the right tackle. I'm like, okay, my job gone. I go to Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy, when you moved me over here this right tackle, I was your best left guard. I'm still your best tackle. So he put me back at left guard starting. That knocked Gogan out. But back to Big E. And I've told this story before. We was getting ready to play the Kansas City Chiefs. They had a great defensive end. And I can't think of this kid's name. And I was trying to help Big E because I played him the year before. And I'm saying, he got long arms, he this, and this, but you ought to be able to counteract this. And he stopped me. About 30 minutes in, he looked at me, and he said, Big New, you getting this dude too much respect. I said, nah, dog, they were all pro. He said, I understand what he is on paper. He said, but you giving this dude too much respect, and I ain't talking. Neil Smith. I'm telling you, bro, Neil Smith, all pro dude. And I said, this dude a beast, bro. And he said, look me right in my eye. Just like Jesse said, he looked me right in my eye and say, I'm going to female dog him by halftime. He going to be screaming. I backed up. I said, all right, E. I put my hand ready for, all right, E. He said, okay. But halftime. Ralph, you got to get his hands out my face. Ralph, this ain't football. Ralph, you need to do this. Ralph, he hit me in the throat. Ralph, just the whole first half. Then Big E looked at me, got him. And from that day on, I never questioned him. And then as the season going on, right, Big E, he calling it B slapping. Y'all know what I'm saying when he say B slapping. He B slapping everybody around. And he looked at me one day, and a dude got the best of me. And he looked at me. He said, Big Noon, come on, dog, you can't. Oh my, you let this dude do. And from that point on, I picked my game up. And I went to B-slapping, They say, Tui over there B-slapping. And little Stepnoski was always like that. He was always – so all of a sudden, we went from just a kind of a soft, like you say soft, mulling people to dominating. And
it all started with that one dude.
Yeah, it started
with attitude.
Oh, yes, sir. And then when Larry Allen came in, man, come on. You thought you was going to prison, bro. You thought you were going to prison after that. We was serving you after that, bro. Yeah, man. Big E started that. And I'm waiting on that. Who is that dude over there that ain't going to accept
Do those
less?
Dudes even exist?
Yes, it's one. He's old, but he's with the 49ers. He played left tackle.
Trent Williams.
Come on, bro. 2-3 years ago, I'd have put him against anybody in the league. He was going to shut you down. Anybody in the league.
Think Tyler Smith's got any of that in him?
I don't know. He hurt this year. I don't know. I thought this was going to be his year, but he's hurt this year. I don't know.
But see,
I know
again,
he's physical.
That comes to the part of, are you willing as a, I saw something like it was an article talked about Shoddy. I think Joe Hoyt wrote the article, and it talked about Shoddy giving either Tyler Smith or Tyler Booker a little bit more leeway to talk and speak up a little bit. But, and this is the part what I'm talking about is sometimes Tyler Smith, I'm just using him as an example. I'm not calling Tyler Smith out. But a lot of these players in today's game have this, I'm going to do my job, which is fair, right? Do your job. But also, how do you impact the guy next to you?
Yes, sir.
Right? Do your job. That is paramount. That is first line. But like he just said, he looked at him and said, you let him do this to you?
Yeah, I mean, call you out.
You let him do this to you? And that's him taking his game to the next level and then now forcing you to take your – and I don't know if there's not an abundance of those people. There's not they're not walking around like they used to. Like he said, when Charles Haley came over here, he looked him in the eye and he said, man, you a good player. He said, but after about 6 games, you trash.
Yeah.
He said, what? He said, man, I studied you.
Yeah.
He said, man, start the year, you whooping on folks. And he said, but you fat and out of shape. So you wear down by the end of the season, you nothing. That was another guy on the side of the ball of saying, if we are going to be better, not only do I have to hold my end of the bargain,
that's right,
but I now have to start challenging those that I think are good enough to accept the challenge. And then be okay with whatever the backlash is. Because everybody's not going to
accept it. Nah.
But what ends up happening is when Charles is saying it and when Russell Maryland is saying it and when Big E is saying it and when Larry Allen is, you start sticking out like a sore thumb. Yeah, you can't hide.
You become the minority.
You become the minority. Yeah. And I think nowadays we have too many pockets where guys can go and hide and be mediocre with the other mediocres.
Because you don't have enough of those guys in each room.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So like you see guys now will go and hide with other sorry dudes and click up with other sorry dudes. And now all of a sudden they become a strong posse of sorry dudes that go against the establishment, that go against the standard.
That's why Shoddy has these games and stuff in place, not so much to bring but for you to know, so I can feel comfortable. Hey, just say what he say. Kurt say, so we can feel comfortable. Like, hey, man, my kids are sick. Really? How many kids you got? You just start a conversation. That's why that man got all that stuff over there.
Mm-hmm. But that has to go into the field too. Like it has to. You got to be able to, because I'm not going to trust you in war unless I've been in war with you.
Right.
That's just what it is. I'm not going to truly believe you got my 6 until we've been into some stuff and you have my 6. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I'm gonna tell you something. And like I tell people, I was so immature. That's why I don't have no problems telling people I was immature to the point where, Nate, don't jump off sides. When I see a dude continue to jump offside, I'm like, where's his teammates? Well, if you got to grab him by his britches and say, dog, you ain't jumping offside. We need this play. Come on, man. Man, you don't want to tell a dude. Bruh, if this dude jump offside, we about to lose this game, bruh. Just, hey, man, it's cover 2. Hey, brother. Hey, man, I'm linebacker. Look here, bruh. You got this cover 2. You got this deepest man, bruh. We got him by 3. They on our 50. We cannot let this dude get behind us. What is wrong with telling a player that? Well, everybody out there just quiet. Come on, man.
And I'll say this to end. I remember a play that happened when Tank Lawrence and Micah Parsons was here, and the defense was going bad. And Micah's over there screaming, and Tank just looks up at him and said, you can't yell at nobody. You messing up. And I just was like, there it goes. But
and now to him and Tank Lawrence over there just whooping up folks. Tank, I hate you, Tank Lawrence.
Jesse, great stuff. Nate, great stuff. Kurt, good seeing you, brother. Tomorrow, what do we got? Cowboys offense.
Vikings
defense.
Ooh, right. Talk about another sicko.
We got one.
Brian Flores. Blitz, and Mo Blitz.
We will talk about it tomorrow. Chris, thanks for showing up. Josh, thanks for keeping them company. Be back tomorrow. Hanging with the boys.
Running a 3-4 base.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!